Cornelius was a Roman officer. He was a good man and one who worshiped God. One day an angel appeared to him and said, "Cornelius, your prayers have been answered. Send some men to Joppa, to a Simon who is a tanner and lives next to the sea. There they will find a man named Peter. He will tell you what to do." And with that, the angel disappeared. Immediately, he sent men to Joppa. They arrived the next day just before noon. About the same time, Peter was waiting for the noon meal. So he decided to go to the open roof to pray. While he was praying, suddenly he became extremely hungry and he fell into a trance. In a vision, he saw the heavens open and a huge sheet came down to the earth, and in it were all kinds of animals that Jewish people were not allowed to eat. A voice said, "Peter, get up, kill one of these animals and eat it." "No, Lord, I have never eaten anything that's common or unclean." And the voice said, "Do not call something unclean that God has cleansed." This happened a second time, and then a third. And with that, the sheet went back up into heaven. Peter came out of the trance and he was confused about what this vision meant. About that time, the men were at the gate, and the Holy Spirit said, "Do not hesitate to go with these men." Peter went downstairs and greeted the men, and they told him about Cornelius. Peter agreed to go. The next morning, he took several believers there in Joppa with him, and they started on the journey. They arrived the next day. Cornelius went running out and fell down and worshiped Peter. And Peter said, "Stand up. I am just a man." At that point, Peter saw that Cornelius had brought many other people to hear God's message. Peter said, "God has revealed to me that He is calling people from many lands." At that point, he told them about Jesus and about the many miracles that he did. He told them how the religious leaders killed him, but that God had raised him from the dead, and that whoever puts their faith in Jesus receives forgiveness of sins. As soon as he said those words, the Spirit of God came and filled everyone in the room. The Jewish believers were shocked that the gift of the Holy Spirit was given to Gentiles. Peter turned to them and said, "Is there any reason why we should not baptize these people?" They agreed. And so they baptized all the new believers in Jesus. News of this spread to Jewish believers all across the nation. When Peter got back to Jerusalem, he reported what happened to the Jewish church there. He said, "And then they received the gift of the Holy Spirit, the same gift that we were given when we believed in Jesus. Was I to fight against God?" Well, the elders of the church couldn't argue against that. So they concluded that forgiveness of sins has now been granted to Gentiles.